September, a Vancouver man went in for an elective outpatient surgery and did not wake up for days.
A shocking brain injury diagnosis left the Evergreen School District educator without the ability to walk and talk. His family and community have worked to make sure that he knows he's not alone.
Fox 12's Carly Olson brings us the story tonight.
This one here was from a family trip that we did in Arizona.
23-year-old Catherine Monroe points out the memories covering the walls of her home.
This one down here was from Disneyland.
A portrait of the busy life she shared with her parents, Katrina and Scott, both educators for the Evergreen School District, laying a path that Catherine herself hopes to follow. But a surgery last September shattered their peaceful life after Scott went into orthopedic surgery and didn't wake up.
This is really rare. Like, I don't know how this is going to end up. Like, I just didn't know what was going to happen. I was worried that he might not make it.
We didn't know. And sorry, I'm getting a little emotional. Well, we were shocked.
His wife, Katrina, says they still don't know how or why it happened. But during the surgery, he experienced a lack of oxygen to his brain, leaving him with a hypoxic brain injury. He was in the ICU for a month, and doctors had a grave outlook.
Most of all, that they didn't know what the end result was going to be, like if Scott would ever be able to eat again or even be able to breathe on his own or talk. And so he didn't do those things for many months.
Since therapy for this kind of brain injury wasn't available locally, they moved Scott to the Shirley Ryan Ability Lab in Chicago, and he's now in post-hospitalization rehab in Omaha. He's made more progress than they ever expected, and he can now talk as well as move his right arm and leg, but it's still an uphill battle that insurance recently stopped covering.
The out-of-pocket costs for us, and at least within the next, until the end of the calendar year, would be tens of thousands a month.
Some friends decided to set up a benefit auction on May 4th to honor Scott's 30-year contribution to the Evergreen School District and to help them shoulder at least a portion of what they need.
Scott has said multiple times, like, he never knew how many really good friends he really had until all of this happened. And we're both super grateful.
The Monroe family knows that financially and physically, their lives will never be the same. But Catherine hopes for a future where her dad can have a happy and fulfilling life back home in Vancouver.
It has taught us just to be, not to take anything for granted, like going into a regular surgery or, having dinner with your family or anything like that, because you just never know when something is going to change.
Carly Olson, Fox 12 Oregon.
Everyone is welcome at the benefit auction at the Orchard Hills Golf and Country Club on May 4th at 5 p.m. And if you can't make it, but you still would like to help, you can visit the web version of the story at kptv.com and find a link to the Monroe Family GoFundMe account.